Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. This is day 19 of the challenge. If you didn't catch day 18, it was just a short clip with some text over it to encourage you, little tip and advice to be really quick. But today I've reached one of my destinations. I'm hanging out on my dad's little woodsy, cottagey little place here out in the nature. So it is so nice to be able to get away from the city. There's my papa coming. And
you found base camp number 2.
I found base camp number 2.
Oh, sure. I was like, where the hell is she?
Doing my video for the day.
Okay.
Okay. Doing my video for the day. But anyways, it is really nice to be able to be in this open space, in this place where I'm getting like a mental reset, a refresh. And I think sometimes we get so bogged down by the routines that we're in, and we can get really stuck in like the habit loop. And manifestation is all about habit loops. It's all about breaking those cycles of thought, breaking those cycles of emotion, breaking the habit of responding to emotional triggers, traumatic triggers, not relying on toxic self-soothing behaviors, and not allowing ourselves to feel so stuck and so confined to the options that we see before us in terms of who we get to be. And so being out here, I'm really allowing myself to like soak it in. I'm allowing myself to accept that this is like going through a tunnel, and on the other side of the tunnel, on the other side of this pause in my routine, this break in my habit cycle, I get to choose to be someone different. I get to choose to be an upgraded version of myself. I get to choose to I get to decide what habits are coming with me and which ones aren't. And, part of this challenge for me and the affirmations that I've chosen include being a healthy person. And being a healthy person is not just about your physical health. So I've lost over 80 pounds. That's really wonderful, and I'm glad for it, and I'm proud of myself for it. And it's one of my best manifestations yet, considering I struggled with that for a long time. But my emotional health and my spiritual health and my mental health are also part of that affirmation. It's also part of that identity. And again, like one of the main things I wanted to do in this challenge is actually show you that I'm on this journey with you, that manifestation doesn't stop, that we're constantly becoming, we're constantly upkeeping our identity, we're constantly selecting a reality, we're selecting who we're going to be, we're deciding on what habits we're going to continue to perpetuate and which ones we have to break, which cycles we have to break, which patterns. And by showing you this, I hope to encourage you to really prove it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to change your entire system all in one go. You just make these small changes. You make small decisions. You wake up and go, you know what? If I'm prioritizing my health today, what does that look like? Maybe you're in a stage where it's drinking water instead of soda. Maybe you're in a stage where it's going for a walk or a bike ride instead of watching an extra episode of television. If you're in a season of life where you want to manifest more money, maybe that looks like taking up a side hustle or monetizing a creative skill that you have, just to try it out, not to force the money to come in, but just to see, hey, do I like this thing? Does this feel good? How does it feel receiving money in this way and creating a new channel for money to come in? If you want to improve your interpersonal relationships, that can look like starting a conversation that you've never had with someone that you already know, that you feel comfortable with, going deeper in that relationship that you have a foundation on. It can look like, meeting someone new, speaking to someone at the checkout line, seeing if there's anyone in your kind of like outer circle that maybe you want to bring closer into your inner circle. It can look like seeking advice from someone that you admire but you've never sought advice from. There are so many little micro decisions that we can make, and that's the point, is when we get outside of our routine, we get outside of what we've always done and do something new. That something new starts a cascade of other events. It starts this domino effect of other thoughts, of other feelings, of like, oh, if this worked out so well, what more can I see? Or, oh, this didn't work out well, maybe I have other options I can explore. What's next? And so I want your takeaway from this video to be, do one small action, take one small step to break out of your habit, to stop living the same life that you're living. Because if you keep doing the same things, you will only ever get the same results. If you're doing the same habits and having the same patterns and showing up in the world as the same person, and you're only spending time with the same people, and you're listening to the same music and watching the same TV shows and following the same social media accounts, even confining yourself to listening to only one manifestation teacher can be burdensome, in terms of it traps you in that loop. And variety, we say variety is the spice of life, but variety is a catalyst for change. Variety is what takes us out of the routine and mundane and thrusts us into expansion and abundance. And, I'm very grateful to be where I'm at. This circumstance didn't come about how I expected it to, but I'm making the most of it. And, when we do break out of these habits, when we do hit the reset button in our life, we get to decide what that means. We get to decide what the meaning is in every moment. And so if you are trying something new, if you worked up the courage to break out of a habit loop, or if your circumstances opened up for you in such a way that you're no longer doing the same thing, wake up, get ready, go to work, go home, cook dinner, watch whatever you are consuming, read, exercise, and then go to bed, like most people. If you have a situation come up that breaks you out of that loop, give that the meaning that this event, this circumstance, this change in your habit is the door, is the gateway that's allowing you to become the next level you, to embody the next version of you, to assume the state of you 2.0. And really affirm that, believe that, because I think so much we fall into the trap of it has to be a big change for a big result, and that's not the case. It's most often actually the smallest changes that we make that end up giving us the most plentiful results, the most shocking results. Obviously, sometimes big changes feel big and they feel like you're going to have a big result, and those can yield almost no results. There's this concept of when you move to a new city and you think it's going to solve all your problems, but then all your problems came with you, is because your self-concept didn't change. You didn't become a new person when you moved to that city. You stayed the same old person. Whereas you can live in the same city for many years and just go to a different gym, shop at a different grocery store, even shopping at the same grocery store, but deciding to buy the items you truly want and not the ones you think you can afford, or the ones you think you should be buying, or the products that your parents bought growing up, and so that's the only reason you buy them, is you're used to them. It's these micro changes, and it's how we reframe our change that ultimately allows us to break out of those cycles, break out of those habit loops, and create opportunities for more growth, for, you know, more inspiration to be who you want to be next. And, you know, yesterday's video was a lot about surrender and being still and being present in the moment. And when you're present enough in the moment, and when you are surrendering to the moment, no matter how the circumstances came about that got you there, no matter what it took for you to manifest those changes, whether that's in a good way or a bad way, whether it was in an expected way or an unexpected way, allowing the moment to be what it is and allowing yourself to be where you are and accepting the situation for what it is creates a safe space inside of you. It creates a peace inside of you, a calm inside of you, where you can be much more conscious, much more clear and precise about where to go next and how you want to show up to get yourself where you're going. So I hope that this nature was calming for you. It's been nice and quiet. A little cameo from my dad there on his bike ride. I'm gonna keep enjoying this nature and take you guys on my little adventure here. So last but not least, it is day 19. It's day 19 of our challenge. So if you would, in the comments below, write your affirmations. 18 days ago I decided. 18 days ago I decided I am a healthy person. 18 days ago I decided I am an expert at manifestation. 18 days ago I decided that I am experiencing all of my desires right now. And I just want to shout out to all of the lovely ladies who have been commenting. I see you, the few of you who are showing up consistently. You are showing up every day for yourself. Allow yourself to give yourself a little pat on the back for that, because persisting is the key. Assuming the state of that's who you are who you say you are, you're showing up for yourself. And in addition to the practice of using your affirmations daily, embodying someone who lives and breathes manifestation includes watching these video lessons that I've included in the challenge. So I think that it's a beautiful unfolding. We're all experiencing this together. I feel really privileged to have created this experience for all of you. And thank you again for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.